Okay, for all you seafood lovers out there, especially people who love shrimp, have you been struggling with how to, maybe kind of getting bored with your regular routine and you want to try something different? Or maybe you're cooking your shrimp too much. It's too rubbery or it's just not working out right. I got a fix for you. Today we're going to be doing one of my favorite recipes. It's a barbecue shrimp, but it's got a couple twists to it, so you want to hang on. Let's get going. The first thing I want to start with is our 1620 size shrimp. As you can see, fairly large, and they are deveined. I like kind of the large ones because I don't know, I think they cook better, right? You don't have to kind of watch them. If you get really, really small ones, they kind of overcook and they become rubbery really quick. So 1620s is what I recommend, okay? And it's, tips like this. So if you want to learn more about, what size shrimp to get and spices and even what type of equipment to use, I've got a great ebook, Cooking Made Simple. It's got all kinds of information for you. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description box below. Let's get started. We've got a kind of a 1810 stainless steel chicken fryer here. Our saute pan would be perfectly fine if that's what you're using. And this recipe is really, really simple. I probably make this at least once a month, sometimes twice a month, because it's so quick and the flavor is, it just burst, okay? Not your regular traditional barbecue shrimp. It's a little twist on it, so stay with me. So we've got our shrimp. Let's go ahead and season them. As you know, I do right hand with kosher salt and black pepper. And then I turn over with my left hand so we don't contaminate. All right. I like the feel of seasoning. Obviously, if you had grinders, you wouldn't have to worry about the contamination, but I really like the feel. It gives me a chance to really understand how much is getting on each piece of shrimp or whatever I am coating. So that's just my preference, but you do you. It's perfectly fine. And that goes for the oils too. Look, a lot of people in the comments have talked about Chef Brian, extra virgin olive oil, the high heat, da-da-da-da-da-da. I get it, okay? But I've been cooking with extra virgin olive oil all of my professional life, and it probably comes from the time that I spent as my Master Chef Apprentice program in Italy, where that's all they use, and I've just learned how to use it properly. But if it's too expensive for you, you can substitute, gosh, so much. Avocado oil is good, peanut oil is good, regular Wesson oil is fine. It's not going to give you that flavor, so you need to watch it, but I really enjoy extra virgin olive oil, okay? Now, I'll take the shrimp. Let's get it in here into our pan. And what we're trying to do here is we just want to get them to become pink. And that's the whole game. All right? And you can even turn down your heat just a little bit. And again, as I've told you guys before, the reason I use extra virgin olive oil is because I do adjust my heat quite a bit. I understand the high burning temperature. I get all that. I'm very versed in that. But the flavor that comes out of extra virgin for me and my palate and all of my dishes, I think completely just outdoes anything else. All right, that's my personal opinion. But again, you have to do what you have to do. So please, don't not use the recipe if you can't or you don't want to use extra virgin olive oil. All right, so we're going to turn these over until they're pink, like so. The thing that I want you to notice is it's developing a layer of flavor here. Look at this crust building. So important. We want that. It's the key. What I want to do right now is I do not want to overcook these shrimp. So what I'm going to do, because they are pink, is I want to remove them. Put them right back on the platter they came from, like so. And as I said to you before, one of the reasons I cook this at least once a month is because it's so quick. And if I'm hungry and I've got all my ingredients lying around, I can actually have dinner in like 15 minutes max, well, maybe 20. Okay. So now we still just have heat on the simmer, but look at all of the goodness here, right? That's what it's all about. Instead of using stock today, we're going to use some orange juice. I know, crazy, right? Take some orange juice. We're going to use probably, oh, by the way, I had 14, 16, 20 shrimps here, okay? And then the orange juice, we're going to probably have a 1/4 cup. And that's deglazing the pan. Just like that. And now I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. About 1 teaspoon of garlic. I don't want to make this garlic shrimp, but I do want the flavor of a little bit of garlic. So 1 teaspoon. Just like that. And you can see it's picking up all of the shrimp bits, which is going to start this sauce, and this flavor is what we're looking for. All right. Now, at this point, what I want to add is some cherry tomato that I've cut in half. All right. Just half moons, and put those in here. I didn't want to put these in with the shrimp because then they'll get too overcooked, and we don't want that. We want them to still have some body to them. And all we're doing is layering flavors to create a nice sauce. And this is going to be something special, I promise you. So we'll just let these go for about, really, just for about 3 minutes maximum. When we come back, we'll start to assemble the rest of our sauce in this pan. Then we'll go to the next step, and then it's time. I mean, it's that quick. It's time to eat. Don't go anywhere. All right, come on in here. You can see it's reducing down nicely. We just have the orange juice that picked up all of the shrimp bits at the bottom. That was the deglazing we used. You can see the tomato. You can always tell when you're ready to do the next step is if the tomatoes start cracking at the top. You see the skin is starting to crack a little bit. That's where you want it to be perfectly, because they're still going to have a nice bite to them, because you want them to kind of have the same texture as the shrimp. You don't want them to be mush. So when they crack is exactly when we're ready to make the next step. So now what I want to do is add the barbecue sauce. Any type will work, and we're going to add about a 1/4 cup. Okay. And about 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. Just like so. And then for good measure, if you want, you can get this liquid smoke. If you want to just kind of mimic that outdoor kind of, flavor. You don't want much in here, and you can avoid this all if you want, but I like to add just a little bit, and a drop or 2 drops is perfectly, it's all you really need. And let's just get this all mixed in here. As this is reducing down nicely. Look at that. Whoa, if you could smell this right now. Wow. Woo. Oh my goodness. All right. And last but not least, we take our shrimp, and they've drained a little bit. And that's why this same pan is fine. Plate or whatever you're using is fine, because I wanted this juice. That's flavor. So let's go put this back in like that. I'm going to turn the heat completely off. The shrimp was 75% cooked. And now we're going to cook them completely without even any heat. And then at the very last minute, we'll add about 2 tablespoons of unsalted whole butter. Just like that. My God. This smells amazing. All right. Now, we always want to taste and see where we are on our sauce. See if we need to add anything. Oh my gosh. That is so good, I can't even tell you. Last but not least, scallions that I've cut on kind of a angle like this. It's just for effect, but I don't know, there's something about it. It's very Asian to me. And I just like the presentation that it brings instead of just having them in circles. So I'll add about a quarter cup of fresh scallion, green onion, a whole nother flavor. And then like this. And there you have it. Chef Brian's barbecue shrimp. If you were looking for something new to do with your shrimp, this is it. All right. As we always do, even though the heat is off, we're gonna let this rest. Let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes. We want everything to come together as one, as a family. That's what we do here. You know the drill. When I come back, we'll plate it up. We'll take a bite. Don't go anywhere. All right, come on in here. You can see they've it's rested perfectly. Everything has come together as one, as a family. Look at the shrimp. Oh, they're just talking to me right now. All right, over here, I've just made some basic white rice. You could do anything at this point. You could have pasta, wild rice, yellow rice, whatever you want, but I just got some white rice here. So what I want to do here is we're just gonna kind of take our shrimp. Just kind of layer it on here, like so. And now, you just take your sauce, and you can ladle this out, or you can pour it like I'm about to do, and you just get that sauce like this, and you just go like this. Look at that. There you have it. Beautiful, delicious barbecue shrimp over some white rice. Some beautiful half cherry tomatoes with some fresh scallion. This was simple, it was easy, it was quick, and that sauce is to die for. And then on top of this rice, oh my goodness. I cannot wait for you guys to try it. By the way, if you have not subscribed yet, please do. Really helps the channel expand and grow. Gives this channel an identity to all the other people out there in the YouTube verse that have not found Chef Brian's Kitchen. So thank you if you have subscribed. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that button for me. That'd be great. I am Chef Brian. I can't wait to see you right here next time on Chef Brian's Kitchen. And as always, remember, eat well and stay healthy.